Yo, what's up, everybody? Matty Ice here with Profit Props. A little bit different of an episode today. I'm just doing it myself here. Nothing on the back end, so hopefully quality of the picture is good enough. And we're gonna do it a little differently. I'm gonna got about 20 player props wrote down. We're gonna go through them and see which ones we like the best, and then I'll release them as we go, kind of talk through them. And then I had some good responses yesterday about going through the games and giving out sides and totals. It seemed like everyone enjoyed that. So we'll also be doing that today. Let me just get a couple lights on in here. Try to make it a little easier to see. Don't know why we can't see me. Okay. All right, hopefully that helps a little bit. So yesterday we went 2-1. De'Aaron Fox got weak on us towards the end, or in the beginning of the Knicks game. Knicks Kings, he had 8 points in the first 3 quarters and then 15 in the fourth. I was right about, I believe, Barrett and Julius Randle both going under if you were ahead of the Julius Randle news, or the Jalen Brunson news. I got to bet that myself, but it just that didn't feel right trying to squeeze that into y'all, counting that as a play when I know half of you wouldn't have gotten it. So we split those anyways. It doesn't matter. We hit on Randall and missed on Barrett, so it didn't matter anyways. But yeah, so pretty good day yesterday, I guess, 2-1. So it's profitable, but we're always looking to do a little better than that. But with such a small slate, I'm happy with it. I'll take 2-1 today. Similar size slate. I'm not exactly sure. I've got a list of plays that I kind of like, and then we're gonna go over them. These are the plays that I was going to go ahead and send out, and then I'm going to go through all of them. But if you want to lock these in early, I was looking at Jimmy Butler over 21.5, James Harden over 2.5 threes, James Harden over 22.5 points, Fred VanVleet under 20.5 points, Donovan Mitchell under 28.5 points. Those are the 5 that I really like. And then we're going to go ahead and go through the rest of these here. First one being Joel Embiid. And I'm going to actually switch screens that you see. I want you to see the player props. All right, so we can see Joel Embiid here between 32 and 33.5. Opened at 32.5 is gone and has gone up. My model projection for him was 34.4, and without having to do all of the extra work, just doing this, we can see that the edge there is no edge at all. We're talking about less than 1%. So no play on Joel Embiid over there, but I do lean over if you're looking for some kind of parlay, maybe 30 plus, something along those lines. I do like. Next up, we've got Tyrese Maxey. Tyrese Maxey, I have projected at 22 on the dot. So let's see if we have an edge there. Small edge, but not enough to overcome the bookmaker's vig. So won't be a play there, but again, something that you could look to use in a parlay if you're trying to water something down. James Harden, I've got at 24.4 on my model projections. Again, we have an edge, but FanDuel over 22.5 minus 106 for James Harden. This is one of the plays that I said go ahead and play, but even more support now. I see that we do have the 10% plus. Essentially, you need at least 5-6% to make any profit, but I like to try to be over 10%, so it's a substantial profit. You can do that in smaller markets. Some people might say it's not feasible, and those people are probably thinking of larger markets like soccer, American football. It's really hard to beat those markets and that efficiency, but small market NBA is not a small market, but it's not as large as some other markets. So definitely believable to expect to win 5% ROI long term. So what was that? Oh yeah, we just released James Harden over. Now we're going to talk about Damian Lillard. This one's a little tricky because my model projection is 35. So 35.1. So the edge is probably going to be there. But the matchup may hold me off. You know what? I don't even have to think about it because we don't have anything that overcomes that big. There's a slight earn. If you can go to FanDuel, this 6.9, there's a slight earn there. They're only holding 4%. But not the kind of earn that I'm looking for. Next, we have Grant Williams. Really no earn because I've got him at 19.8. So even at this 18.5, I'm almost certain there's no, I shouldn't say there's no earn. I should say that there's not a large enough earn to interest me. Yeah, as I suspected, there's actually no earn. It says maybe 3.5%. I think unabated may actually take the VIG into account, but I like to be even more safe. Porzingis tonight, my model number's 26.2. So we're looking at the Porzingis over. I'm gonna go look up some matchup stuff. Actually, model spit out a 26 for old buddy today. So yeah, there is definitely an earn there. Now allow me to go over here and just kind of peek around at his previous matchups against Atlanta. He scored 43 against him the other night. He's gone over 23.5, 4 out of the last 5. Model projections are a little high because that big game, but he has been killing it of lately, gone over this in 6 of the last 10. But he's gone over this in 12 of the last 30. So I'd be real interested to see what that 20 number is. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's gone 10 and 20 over his last 20, gone over this against the team that he just beat the shit out of. Interesting one here. I'm going to say we go back to it. Such a large edge. We're going to go Kristaps Porzingis over 20. Yeah, Porzingis over 23.5. Hopefully no one's got to pay a 24.5. 23.5, 115 is the best I'm seeing here. So there's another play. I think we're at 6 now, so pretty large slate for us. Anthony Edwards is the next player I want to talk about. Model projections were only 25. If you were curious about DeJounte, because I know we've been playing him a lot, my model projections were 20.1. So leaning slightly over. But not enough to overcome a VIG. Okay. Anthony Edwards. Instead of doing all that, we're just going to do this. Anthony Edwards, I have it 25, so they have it 29. And, I'm probably going to lean from this game just because of what Brooklyn did yesterday. I mean, this is such a huge edge, but I don't trust Brooklyn. I mean, I don't want to sound like a broken record. I just want to reiterate that I'm more cautious against these teams that I don't really understand what they're trying to do right now. And if you saw yesterday, Brooklyn's benched their starters after the first quarter. So really weird. I'm not going to touch this, but I do lean heavy into this 28.5, 115 right here. Oh, man, do I want to just release that? See, but why did it come up from 26.5? We're just going to lean on old buddy here. Bridges, man, I really want to take the under on Bridges because what they did yesterday. I think this is a good number considering there is no bullshit. But if there is bullshit, we'd only get lucky. You know what I mean? So he's gone over this in 6 of the last 10. No expectation really for what he's going to do. So yesterday he played 12 minutes. Yeah, literally the first 12 minutes, and then they just sat him. So I have literally no clue what to expect here, but I think they're going to continue their bullshit, and I'm going to rock the under 23.5 here for my boy Mikal Bridges. It was 24.5 earlier because in my notes I have 24.5. You can see here at 140 all the way up until 215 at FanDuel. And if I search around on BetStamp, I'm sure we can still find 24.5s. Bam with a model projection of 20.4. Let's go look and see what he did recently against Washington. Bam Adebayo. Bam, 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 bam Adebayo. I literally don't even see him on here. Or that's because Miami's playing Cleveland. Yeah, they're playing Cleveland. My fault. Let me see. Against Cleveland, 18.7, coming off of a previous matchup of having only 17. Big 30-point game against Atlanta. I think maybe that's why Atlanta was in my head. Cleveland's got the best defense in the league. Lean. I'm not going to go under, not going to go over, just going to go lean on Bam. Jimmy, going over this in his previous matchup against Cleveland, going over this in each matchup against Cleveland, likes to step it up against this team. Let's go Jimmy Butler. Did I already give this out? I did. Jimmy Butler over 21.5. Already gave it out, but reiterating, Jimmy Butler over. Jared Allen with a model projection of 13.9. So he's right where the market is. No need in playing that. Darius Garland, I've got it 21.5. He had 22 against Miami. He's really stepped up in the last 20 to 30 games. We're going to go Darius Garland over 20.5 points. Let's see if there's a better number. 20.5 seems to be the best. I'm going to wait just a little bit. I'll send this out at about 5 o'clock. FanDuel's going to release their hold and go to 20.5, 110 each way here soon. So keep an eye on this. Darius Garland over. We're going to take the over. Again, these are not my projections. I just had a placeholder because if not, unabated just shows a circle and doesn't let you edit data. Darius Garland over 20.5. Donovan Mitchell. I think we're going to go under, right? I know. I don't know how y'all are going to take that. Shit. That's not what I wanted. We're taking Donovan Mitchell under 28.5 minus 108 at FanDuel. The reason for this is Miami's been playing really good defense in every matchup against Donovan Mitchell. You can tell it's their main priority to stop him and then let the other guys beat them. Miami, although they're not the team they've been, still has a good defense. So I'm going to rock with the Miami defense in this matchup. Donovan Mitchell under 28.5 points. Another play I got for us. Just kidding. Not a guaranteed play. Another play I want to look into. Is our boy Aaron Gordon. We're gonna go Denver here. Aaron Gordon, so we can get 15.5, 16.5, 15.5 juiced, opened as such. San Antonio plays absolutely no defense. I mean, absolutely no defense. So does Denver go up by 100 and not have to play their starters? That's the question. That's what we have to ask ourselves. So we're going to lean on Gordon. What are we going to do with Murray? We got to ask ourselves, what are we going to do with Murray? A model projection of 19.3, but he's gone over this in 6 of the last 10. But he's gone under this in 15 of the last 30. On the season, he's gone under this 60% of the time. Like I said, he's doing better as of late. San Antonio sucks. They could sit their starters. Line's 21.5. I don't think so, boys. I don't think so. Don't think so. Lean. Leaning on Jokic as well, just because of everything that we've talked about. San Antonio is being so bad at just blowout worries. All right, Fred VanVleet, we're taking the under. I think I already released that, but Fred VanVleet under 20.5. This LA defense is not the LA defense of old. They're a good defensive team, the best in the league since the trade. So yeah, rocking with the Lakers defense really in this one. Now let's go look into Scottie Barnes. Scottie Barnes. We're going to take Scottie Barnes under as well. Scottie Barnes under 15.5. Let's go see where the best. But any 16.5s, no 16.5s. So we're taking Scottie Barnes under 15.5. Going to be a busy day, a big day. I hope y'all are ready for it. Pascal with a model projection of 22.5. We're going to take Pascal under 23.5 minus 106. And that's it. Big day. Oh, wait. What did I say about AD? My model projection for AD is 28.5. So nothing. Nothing. All right, hold on. It's a big one. It's a big one. I think we got like 6, 7, 8. I don't know. All right, we said no to Joel. We said no to Tyrese and yes to Harden. What did we say with Lillard? I don't want to get this wrong, but I think we said lean. I think we said lean because of the matchup, right? Right, fellas? Lean, Trey, lean, Beal, lean, Kuzma. What did we say with Kuzma? Did we take Kuzma? What's the model projection? 22. What's the best number we can get? I think we said I think I liked it. There just wasn't quite enough. Just not quite enough there. All the 21.5 are juice. So lean, but I like it. Porzingis we took. Anthony Edwards. I think we said lean. We said lean because we didn't know what the fuck Brooklyn was going to do. Yep. Bridges, I think we took the under because we're hoping for the dumb shit. Bam, lean. Jimmy, over. Allen, lean. Garland, over. Mitchell, under. Gordon, lean. Murray, lean. Jokic, lean. AD, lean. Scottie, under. Pascal, under. Fred, under. Take Toronto money line for the limit. I'm about to get fucked in that game. I just got a feeling. Yeah, you know. So total, let's just kind of do a recap here before I get into the full games. We got Jimmy over. Harden over in threes and points. Mitchell under. Fred under. Bridges under. Jimmy Butler over. We already discussed. Garland over. Scottie under. Pascal under. Fred under. Big day. One more time. Let me count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow, 9 plays. 10 plays with the Harden three-pointer. 10 plays. All right, let's go. Let's have a day. Let's go. 10 plays. Now I'm just going to go quickly over sides and totals. I had a lot of people say that they liked that and they appreciated that. So let's go through those. Also, I just want to reiterate all 10 of those plays are available on Prize Picks, and I'm going to give away my sixth at the very end. Very end. First game up, I want to give you guys access to a different screen again now. That first screen I had up is what I want y'all to see now. This one. Yes. All right, first Portland, Philly. My number is 110, 115. Philly has a 5-point favorite in a 225-point game. So you can see that I lean Trailblazers spread and the under in this game. Let me see here. So in the last game, Philly won this game by 10 points, 105-95. So I do think this total is a little high. This game, they last played each other on January 19th. I still feel like the spread's a little high too. Let's see where it opened. Really opened 8.5 and kind of stayed where it's been all day. In terms of the total's gone up. I think the total is overcorrected, so we're going to take full game under in this one. Under 233.5 in the Portland game. That's premature. Don't lock that in yet. Let me go check the injury news. Anthony Simons is questionable. Even if he did play, that would only make me feel more comfortable with the under. 1 second here, y'all. Let me get this injury report up. Let me get this injury report up. Ten props on a 6-7 game or a 6-game slate. I did not see that coming. I really didn't. I hope we do really well. It's crazy. Days like yesterday, we have 3. And then days like today, we have 10. All right, just waiting for it to load. What is going on, man? Too slow. All right. So projected matchups. Yeah, I like this. Take the under in the Washington game. Okay. In the Atlanta game, I had 117, 116. So I got Atlanta as a 1-point favorite. Really no action in that game for me. That total's right around where it needs to be. I know you say, hey, isn't there like 5 points there? But I'm not super confident in the total. I think the last game was right around 240. Pardon me. So, yeah, we're just going to steer clear of this one. Denver, San Antonio, I don't want to touch. I told you San Antonio is so unpredictable. Miami, Cleveland. I've got Cleveland as a 4-point favorite. But I understand Miami being at home at only being 2.5. I've got the total at 220, so I'm a little high on this total. Let's see what it's done. Miami. Okay, so it's came down. It's actually started at 213, came all the way up to 216.5, came all the way down to 212.5. I'm gonna say that the over is probably a decent play in this one. But what is this? Number 1, number 2 defense in the league. So let's just steer clear of the total in general and the sides in general. We're going to have no plays in that one either. Completely skipping over Brooklyn and Minnesota as well because it's really hard to handicap when you don't know what a team's going to do like Brooklyn. And then last game, Toronto and LA. I actually have LA as a 2-point favorite, but the serving size with them post-trade without LeBron is so small that I'm not comfortable in taking them on a side. My numbers indicate a slight edge to the under. See what some of the more US. Man, these under 225s look appealing. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's open there and stayed there, right? These markets should be getting more and more efficient as we get to the end of the season. That's why I'm digging deeper into props, because even though they're becoming more efficient, they started less efficient, right? So, 10 plays for today. I guess you could say 11 plays for today. I'm actually going to release Portland Philly under as well. Butler points over 21.5 is what you should be able to get. Harden threes over 2.5 is what you should be able to get. Harden points over 22.5. Mitchell points under 28.5. Van Fleet points under at 20.5. Bridges under at 24.5. Garland over at 20. Garland over at 20. Wait, hold on. Let me make sure that's right. That one's got me second guessing myself. Darius Garland over at 20.5. Okay, yeah, that's right. I said wait because you could get him down to 110. So pending on that one. I like it. We just want to see it get to where it's supposed to be. Donovan Mitchell under. Scotty Barnes, Pascal Siakam, Fred Van Fleet, all unders. We're going to go 2 for 3 there. We're going to go 2 for 3 there. That's the show. That's all for me. Back at it tomorrow. I'm going to keep playing around with time slots. This one will be finished by 5 o'clock, so a little earlier show. Hopefully it's better for all of you to get in, be able to watch it before the day starts, before the game starts. As always, I appreciate everyone that's been reaching out. I'm going to DM all of y'all that liked the tweet earlier, and with all the plays for today, the messages are being sent out on Dub Club as well. So shout outs to everybody that's following along, been hanging out with us. Let's keep this money train going. Let's run it up, and I'll be back tomorrow, probably about a noon, 1 o'clock episode. Best of luck tonight, y'all.